Hey, welcome in, everybody. I see we've got Lily coming in, grabbing first and getting a check-in. Harley and getting a check-in. Kurt coming in, grabbing a check-in. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. So, I did some thinking about turbo fuel. We are not going back to that today, because I don't feel like I'm quite ready. I'm gonna sit on the idea a little longer. Kurt says doing great today. Hope you're well today. I am doing great today. I woke up at a reasonable time today. I got a shower in before I started streaming. We're doing great. So, I think today I want to look at something that is not going to put a load on our power grid, and that is our computer factory. And if we look at this, we've got about 3,000 megawatts of headroom there. I'm not sure just how much our giant turbo fuel factory is going to consume before it starts producing. So I don't want to build too much to put a load on the power grid before we get that started up. So, I'm gonna work on computers. Actually, I'm going to walk. We'll take it with us. So we'll have it, but we're gonna walk, and the reason for that is because I'm gonna pick up some summer sloops while we're on our way. There's a particular area of the map where I usually go for my computer factories. That's up in this area. It looks like we've been here before. And it just has all of the nodes that we need. Why don't we, before I start getting into all that, let's take a look at what our production line requires. So we're gonna need circuit boards, cables, and plastic. So for this, we will need an assembler, a constructor, and a refinery. Board, cable, and plastic. And we will be using this recipe. This is going to be the best one that we've got in terms of the rate for computers. So this will need plastic and copper sheets, and that's going to need copper wire. So we'll have... Did that just... No. Not sure what I saw. Need another constructor for the sheets. And we need another refinery. So this will be 1 per minute. It's going to require 4 circuit boards, 8 cables, 16 plastic. Circuit boards, 8 cable, and 16 plastic. Right. Am I looking at the right thing? I'm looking at the right thing. We'll need 16 wire. Which will be 8 ingots. And we'll need 8 sheets and 16 plastic. There we go. So for one computer, the full resource set that we need is going to be 24 crude oil plus 24 crude oil, so that's 48. And on top of that, we'll need 16 plus 8 copper ingots. 16 plus 8 is 24. So, with the need for 448 for one, doing 10 we'd need 480, 240, we could maybe feasibly do that. We'll take a look at what our node purities are when we get up there, what our maximum rate is going to be, and go from there. But this is a factory that effectively just needs copper and oil. And so that spot is going to provide that without providing too much else that we might be interfering with the possibility of another factory being constructed there. And so the reason that this is not going to be creating a load on our power grid, and the reason that I have the object scanner up for summer sloops right now, is because this is going to be on its own dedicated power grid. Because we are extracting oil, but we only need the byproducts of it, we can use the rest of that oil to supply the power for the factory itself. In order to do that, we are going to need to kickstart the factory, though. And we can either bring our power grid all the way over there, which I don't think is actually worth doing, or we can do something that I've been needing to do anyway, which is collect summer sloops, build the alien power augmenter to get the factory started, and then once the factory's running, it will sustain itself. Ow. Ah, yes. The start of our Xmas Wonder Star factories. Tragedy. We'll get back to it next year. They look pretty neat from a distance, though. Might have to go back over there at some point and, close them up further, give them a little bit more of an aesthetic design. That's not where I want to go. I want to go this way. This is all area that I've been kind of regularly, so it's no surprise we don't see any summer sloops coming up on our object scanner. But as we get up into the rocky desert and make our way around, we should start to see more of them pop up. We need 10 for the alien power augmenter. And we have 3 between storage and inventory. Yeah, and because this is going to be on its own power grid, completely self-sustaining, and the math actually works out that there's very little additional headroom on that power grid. It's not producing that much more than it's using. I think it comes to like 1 point something megawatts, somewhere around there. Very, very good rate once we get all the underclocks and everything situated. It can't even produce like a little bit of extra power for the rest of the power grid. So there's absolutely no reason to hook it up, which means we will not have power lines that run all the way from where our hub currently is out to the computer factory. So our mode of transportation to get back over there is going to just be using vehicles. We've got the zip line already set up for me. Excuse you, I was standing there. Don't be rude. Summer Sloop is up there, isn't it? I'm almost certain it is. Just note for those of y'all that don't like spiders, we are in the red jungle. Risk of spider encounters is relatively high. Underground somewhere. Is it? Let's see. Yeah, it's very likely because that radiation... Ah, here we go. Yeah. It's in that rock. There's nothing we can do about that. We've got some unlocks to complete before we can get through that. Still detecting the same one. There we go. Alright. The red jungle is a pretty central location. Which means once things start to get really complex in this world, and once we're spread out, we've got factories everywhere, it will become basically a hub for lag. So we want to try to clear out any of the fart rocks that we can around there, just to take particles out of the equation for that lag. We'll head up this way. Yeah, we'll just line it. Yeah, I know. You could not. That'd be nice. Goodbye. There it is. Hey, big guy. Aw. I thought those ones would let the balloons float off. Oh well. Got a SAM node over there. I think that's just a slug under that one. Let's go see. Maybe it's a Mercer Sphere. Wouldn't mind picking up a Mercer Sphere. That's a pure slug. Kind of disappointing. It's only 2 power shards. Ah. We have detected something. I also see a Mercer Sphere. Okay, we're underground. Let's see what's this way. Uh-huh. It's actually the right area I want to be in, too. Spider. Spider gone. The Mercer Spheres too. I'm not mistaken. Whoa, hello. There's a manta here. If I remember correct. Yep, that's all. That's not void down there. This is all elevation. And unexplored too. It's not. Okay. That's good. Less risk. I found a Mercer Sphere. Don't mind if I do. Get a hit on a summer sloop this direction. This way. Think we can see it from up here? Something tells me. Oh, no, I guess not. It's down here somewhere. Managed to miss you both. Well, I guess not fully miss. Alright, where is it? Is it just up there on that ledge? You up and around. Yeah, there it is. You can stop that now. Do you think it's in these rocks? I think it might be in these rocks. Chat, it was in these rocks. Embedded in the wall here. What's up here? Gotta be something. Ah, a hatcher, I see. Now, whatever it is, I got it already. There's summer sleep this way. Probably down there. Probably this rock. Probably not now. We do have... Now... Can't see in there. bacterium. Spider is finicky. Gone. No. Move on. Come on. This is the pain with these. There you go. Now we'll head down here and grab the summer sloop. Found the cave. Another one not far. Oh, got turned around. Maybe up there? Let's see. Hello. Gonna have a little trouble getting to us. It's operational. We'll take it. We might as well. Might as well get these scanning as we explore here. Okay. Summer sloop is this way. Look at that, right on that rock. Another hard drive. There's quite a few of them out here. Ow. Rude. Alright, what's your gimmick? Operational. Ah. Sheets. We got sheets. Looks good, looks good. Some spiders. It's fine. They can't get to us. One more. Got it. Alright, spiders are gone. We do have enough, but we are still going to continue to collect these as we move on. Because they do come in handy elsewhere. And what I don't want to do is lose access to the constructible alien power augmenter because we needed to double up on the receipt of another material. That may be the solution I go with in terms of the munitions of the coal power plant, turbo fuel power plant. Oh, it can actually get to me. There it is. Let's have a safe landing spot. Yep. I see ya. Hey, welcome, man. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Nobody cares about you anymore. Oh, we might, because guess what? We have arrived. This is it. This is the location. Yeah, we'll take care of you real quick. Got you with that shot. I heard that. Give you one more. And you're done. Alright. I don't see us encountering any more spiders for the rest of the stream, so we should be good. We're pretty much just going to be right here. Alright, let's see what we've got in terms of materials. See what we've got in terms of being able to aim. Impure crude oil over here. So last of my nobelisks. That one's impure. These three. Got normal. Normal. Congrats on the 5-stream streak, Acorn. And impure. Okay. So we have, without any overclocking, 120, 240, 300, 360. 360 crude oil per minute. And then over here is going to be where we find copper. See. I feel like limestone nodes don't normally look like that. Anyway. Normal copper, so this is going to be 120 per minute. So without any overclocking, we can do 5 per minute on the computers. the layout I usually do for computers? I think we're gonna go with that, 5 per minute. We don't need that many computers that frequently. Guys, I want to find an open space over here. We're going to create our mock-up again. Direct hit. Congratulations. So, in our production line, we're going to have a manufacturer. Manufacturer's going to do computers. By its default, it does 2.5 per minute. We're going to bring it down to 1 for the sake of these calculations. But we are going to put a sign on it. Organization. Where... Okay. So if we want to produce 5 per minute... I can't put it over the... Let's do a big one. That's not as big as I thought it was. Ooh. I didn't know I could do that. Small billboard it is. That is cool. Okay, because that's going to need plastic. And we need 16 per minute on the plastic. Okay, 24 crude oil per minute. Can we put this on both sides? We can. We'll put it on this side. So for 16 per minute, that is going to be 80. Which will be... We'll do 4 of these. Do more production. We'll bring in a constructor. Hey, Beth, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well. We are setting up computers. This will be cable. And we need 8 per minute for 1 computer per minute. 8 times 5 is 40. We only need 2 of these. Organization. Can we go on the front? Won't even let me put the big billboard on it. Okay, okay. We'll do... Really? Facing the wrong way. We're gonna have to cope. And that was 40x cable per minute. Is that right? Yes. 8 times 5. And then we've got circuit boards. Stop trying to put it on top. What are you doing? We need 4 circuit boards per minute. $7.5 twice is 15. 3 times will be 22 and a half. Is that right? 22 and a half. So 4 of these at 5 per minute will give us the circuit boards that we need. Right? Yes, because we need 20. You're not gonna let me put this anywhere on this thing? Fine. Okay, so 4 of these. $20. Yep. See if I can just do this. Nope. It has to be the same size sign. 2 constructors, 40 cable per minute. Okay, for this, that is effectively as far back as we can go. We can't place an oil extractor on nothing, but we can create another billboard. Okay. This needs 16 wire. This is backwards. I know, it's a mock-up. It does not matter at all. But it's backwards and we're fixing it. Twice as much here. 16 times 5 is going to be 80. 30 will... 3 30s will make 90. So 4 of these just to keep that split even. support constructors. This will need a constructor and a refinery, because we need copper sheets and plastic, so we'll need more plastic. Copper sheets, we need 8 per minute for 1. For 5, we need 40. That should be right. Yep, I can make 10. 4 of them will make 40. No overclocking needed. And then our other refinery. Coincidentally, this is also going to take 16 plastic. Same numbers. That's the full mock-up. 240 crude oil, 120 copper. Let's get started. The copper factory I'm going to set up over here. I think I am going to do world grid for this one. Actually, for this one, we're going to have multiple buildings. We're going to be transporting between buildings. Not through trucks, but through conveyor belts, even though we could do conveyor belts. Even though we could do trucks, because we have the power set up, we're not going to have that much extra fuel, so we're going to do the conveyor belts to bring everything to the same building. So everything will end up going on the world grid. In fact, one of these is restricted to a particular elevation, so we should start with that one and do vertical slabs from there just to make sure we can snap vertically the way we need to. So we'll get rid of this rock, get rid of these rocks. Now, the design I like to do for this one, start over here with oil, actually. This is going to be a bridge. be 1 meter in height. Getting this to blend into the landscape is going to be a bit of a trick. Seeing how far we need to go out this way is also going to be a bit of a trick. The refineries, of course, all of them are going to need to be going down that way across the whole thing. We need 8 of them in total for the first row. But there's going to be a second row. I think I actually want to lower this down one. And the whole thing down a meter. Bit of trial and error to work out where we want everything to be, but I think it's going to pay off in the final look. And this is all going to be one layer. How far forward do I want to take this? How far forward do I need to take this? Let me see. So for the refineries, we'll start... Oh, let's place it right here. Should be good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get it to full width. That is... more length on this bridge than we actually need. So, producing 20 per minute, we need 240. Is 8 not enough? Oh, no, because we are only producing 160 plastic. It's the crude oil that's coming in at 240. So that is correct. There's my ad notification. And then we have to take this leftover residual fuel. Let's get this copied all the way down. We've got 10 times 8. We've got 80 residual fuel. Or heavy oil residue. Right? Right. Turning that into residual fuel. If I bring this down to 30. That wasn't enough. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be 26 points. Many sixes. We got an ad starting up in a moment. We're gonna do a break for that. Definitely need at least one more in length here. Don't like how that number turned out. 20, 40, 80. What we got? Oh, ad just started. Break time. And welcome back, everybody. Get hard drive scan finish up. Steel canisters. Yeah, I think we'll take it. Okay. Got the refineries here. These are going to be making residual fuel. Both of them 26.667. And then we'll have the fuel power generators next to them. I think what we'll do, we've got so much of this extra space. We'll just put a gap in between. Just because we can. Make sure these are rotated correctly this time. Oops, that was not the power generator. Ow. Let that clip into the ground just a little bit. That's fine. It's kinda not fine. See. I think we'll bring these to the edge. I don't like this layout. I don't like that clipping. I think the solution I want. Can we even use this oil extractor if I do that? Absolutely. No problem. Alright. That's it. Five, 6, 7, 8. One, 2. All right. I have done this before. I don't remember how I laid it out. Ah, this will do it. Yep. Much better. Okay. There we go. $20 per minute here. We need 13.3. Yeah, so these are just gonna be... and that'll be fine. I've got all of this. Get a 2. Rubber and petroleum coke to make circuit boards. So circuit boards made entirely out of oil. That's not a terrible alternate recipe. Don't think we're going to be using that here. We still need the copper anyway, so we might as well have the infrastructure for it. Every single one of these floor holes, or every single one of these pipe holes is going to need one of these. I guess I should turn these around, because these are coming out on that side. Just to simplify our simplify our logistics and take it down to that floor. this saying? Why does that seem... That's the same. No, that's right. Okay. Okay. So, 30 crude oil per minute. We've got 8 coming in, 240 total. Check our power shards. I do not believe this is going to provide sufficient. Thanks, Ace. Oh, welcome in, Ace. I saw you come in during the ad break. Yeah, no, this is only going to go up to 150. We need 240. So... Oh. There it goes. Oh, we're doing pretty good. I am. And we've got a nice, beautiful coating coming down right now. I, for one, love to see it. Go from this side. As long as I don't have to drive in it, but, like, going out in it is the fun part. Okay, that's our logistics. Oh, yeah, our logistics floor. We have our platform right here. We'll come all the way out here. Think that's what we want. On the world grid, so this is all going to line up nicely. As long as I line it up nicely. We're gonna put the junction right here. Have that on the curve. Bring that up here. There we go. Each producing 120. It'll it is. Make sure we close all this up. And we're gonna have to do our walls on this side. We can actually place our wall hole. And we only get 10 meters of head lift out of this. So here we've got 2, 4, 6, 10, 20. We need a pump. We have pumps right here. Our pillars. Now when we do conveyor belts, we get concerned about this clipping, where the pillar clips into the conveyor belt a little bit, because the conveyor belts are an open system. You can see the objects moving. You will see the objects move through the physical pillar. With pipes, as I've said before, we are less concerned with that. The reason being that it is perfectly normal in many cases to, as long as it doesn't get too deep into a supportive structure, cut into the supportive structure to let the pipe pass through. Since the pipe will be a closed system, it will not look like we have stuff moving through. It will actually give the appearance off that that we have just made a cut in order for the pipe to pass through. And I think that's fine. Dealing with fluids here, no fancy load balancing is necessary. You can just send it all the way down. I want to have the flow meters visible. Not enough appreciation for the flow meters. Alright. Before we can set the... Ooh. Before we can set the rest of those columns, we need to figure out where our diagonal joints are going to end. I would say got it in one right there. there. What do we think? I think that's good. Oh, we're gonna have to have it this far out because we want it to be visible. Yep, alright. And then we're not doing 2 layers there. There's just 2. Yeah, okay. I'll do vertical on this side. That'll make our lives a little easier. Still need that to be looped. The other suit, please. Thank you. There we go. Looks pretty unbalanced on this side. Don't love that. Think. Still need that to be zoop. Yeah, I think that would look better. Set the item filter. Don't break what we don't intend to break. There we go. Looks a bit better. I still don't like the balance of it. I think both sides I'm gonna bring it out further. One more. Having a little trouble targeting this thing. That is unfortunate. I think that's stuck there forever. Come on, where's the spot? There it is. Alright, I think that does it. Okay. This one, I'm gonna come in. This right here. There we go. Not bad. All right. We've got the plastic that's going to be coming out. And we've got the fuel that's going to be staying local. That is not right. I think with that... Nope, not too short. Perfect. That's what we're doing. They've been a little slow lately. Not quite getting those before the mod delay can make the message invisible. We gotta drop these. And there it goes. And then we'll have these. Ah, thanks, Ace. Glasses off. Thanks for the posture check. And stretch. Oops. That's... There it goes. Oh yeah, there was a hydrant in there too. Alright. So we're just going to take our fuel now and send it over to our fuel power generators. Something over here. Yep. Is that right? That's right. And that's right. Alright, there we go. And we'll do our logistics here. Now, I'll double check these to make sure these can't auto hook up. But I'm pretty sure I need to conveyor them. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Lines up nicely. Well done. Alright. How much are these producing again? 20 per minute. 20, 40. So this is going to be Mark II for 80. And then we'll have Mark III for 160 coming out. These foundations are going to be for the purpose of alignment. And I want them... I want it to be very obvious these are not permanent. That said, that probably is where I'm going to have the conveyor come out of the wall. Approximate location, at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Let's do the real wall hole. Hang on. I don't think I need to do that. I think because of the curve. Nope. What I can do, though... Oh no, it is one. Yeah, that's good. Let's make a more gradual turn there, and then we miss the column. Perfect. So that's our plastic we need for computers. Covers circuit boards and the computers themselves. So now we need our copper. Our copper for circuit boards and for the computers themselves. So 80 plus 40, 120. We didn't even end up needing any of the power shards. And I still won't, because that's a normal copper node up there. No overclocking necessary. Here's some rocks. And 5. And if I'm not mistaken, I only need the one module. And 5. Don't actually need 8 smelters. It's only 120, it's not 240. But it looks pretty. What am I doing? We have something for this. We want to use these whenever we can. because it makes dismantling a lot easier if we ever have to. Even if we modify this blueprint, it still keeps track of what was built from the blueprint, and we could dismantle the whole thing at once. Alright, so these are going to be copper. These are only going to produce 15 per minute, 50% underclock. May, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're working on a computer factory over here. Oh, I'm doing quite well. Definitely not procrastinating turbo fuel. That's not what's happening here. Just to be clear, in case there was any doubt from anybody whatsoever. Catching breath from a few chores today. Good, good. Good that you get a chance to catch your breath. I've really got to rename these. Memorizing codes here. Pro crabs and eating. That's when you support the crabs. Or you say you support the crabs, but then you commit the sin of eating them anyway. Something I don't know. I don't know. Something like that, you know. Totally makes sense. Okay, I'm in the clear then. Yep, thanks for stopping in, May. Ah, I can put my glasses back on. Excellent. Let's do that. I can see. Logistics, floor holes. Gotta do our columns. We will be closing up the copper factory, so we are going to build the 3 extra height that we need for the smelter level. And then we need our wall over here to figure out where, well, to place our wall hole for the incoming ores. Logistics, wall holes. I have to set up a hotbar for logistics. That was Mark 1, we need Mark 2. production. We've got Mark II miners that we can just place now, because look at all those miners that we have just in our dimensional depot. Ready to go. Yeah, I think that's better. That'll do just fine. Look, the rate's already correct. I'm definitely not as blind as I am without glasses. I can't see clearly beyond about a foot in front of my face without mine. Yeah, there's a reason I extended that to 15 minutes and made it cheaper. It was originally 5 minutes, and I think 5,000? How did I adjust that? It was 1,000. It was the same price as, ban and in-game action. But it was seeming like it wasn't going to be a whole ton of fun for anybody to watch, considering I can still see decently well. I just make weird faces. Oh. Actually. I'm realizing I think I need the whole set. Let's take another look over here, see what we need. Four constructors for wire, 4 constructors for copper sheets, and 2 constructors for cable. Yep, okay. So y'all know how I said we're gonna do 8 smelters up here because it looks nicer. We're gonna do 4 smelters up there so we can make room for 4 constructors on the upper floor. Got an ad starting up in a moment. So this is going to be wire down here. So we are still going to have this set up like this. This will be wire. This is actually... no underclocking needed for these. This will be cable. I have to fix these logistics, but thankfully we did it as a blueprint. Alright, I gotta switch to the break screen for the ad that's about to start. Reminder, during the ad breaks, to stand up, stretch, refresh your beverage, take a bio break, whatever you need to do. We'll be back. And welcome back. So, because we are going to use the full bandwidth here, we gotta fix the underclock on these. And, hang on, because I want as much of this to be part of the blueprint as possible. Clean all this up. So, instead of removing those floor holes, we will have to remove 2 of the floor holes because the smelters and the constructor don't quite line up perfectly. But then if we ever need to dismantle this with blueprints, just a little less we have to worry about. Bad news on the snow front is it is no longer snow coming down, which means it is not going to be nice fresh powder to go out in or to shovel. It's going to be a bit of a mess. Alright, so these will be the sheets up here. We'll take 20, 40, 60, 80. More total 120 here, which leaves 40. The rest of it. It is sleet at this point. The sleet will still be enough to turn it into a mess, unfortunately. I think it has less to do with the overall temperature outside and more to do about what point during the fall it's actually freezing. I need to put the mergers here. So I believe, this is kind of speculation, I don't know too much about it, but I believe sleet is when it freezes while it's closer to the ground. As opposed to freezing while it's still, converting from vapor up in the cloud layer. That is to say, something in the process got warmer, I believe, rather than colder. We do usually see sleet more when it's a little warmer out. Okay, so we've got 120 here. We gotta send 80 over here. We gotta send 40 that way. That is a 2 to 1 split. 3 to 2. 2 to 1. 2 goes one way. 1 goes the other. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, so we're just gonna have a splitter here. That is going to become a conveyor lift 1. And then here we'll have we need to move this back. It's too close. There we go. And now we can do this. So that is 80. We need to upgrade that. And then 40 each way. And that makes 10, 20, 40. Mark 1. Right, that's right. These are all configured. Right, that's it for the wire logistics. Going in, coming out now. Actually, that might be... only using 60. Did I miscalculate something? Because we're making 120 and we're using 80 for the sheets. We need 80. Which is only 40. So that's right. Yeah, that's right. So we do have an underclock in here somewhere. Alright, we're good. And of course, it doesn't get easier than this for the cable logistics. No, 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 no. Wall holes. And I think that's really 40 of each per minute. 20, 40 there. $10, 20, 40 there. That's it. It's the whole copper factory. I'm gonna end up sending this way. And we'll probably have a lift dropping down into the factory here. Don't need these anymore, that's all good. Alright, the next piece is going to be the circuit boards and the computers themselves. For the circuit board, we will need 4 assemblers. And for the computers themselves, we need 2 manufacturers, and that's it. That's all this takes. It's not much. I don't want to have that come directly into the logistics floor, but I think I want this. Logistics floor should be here. Okay. I don't think I need all that. I do need space to see how much I need for the 2 manufacturers, though. Should cover it. If we center this, then it's half nudge, which we don't want. Should give me... Yes, it does. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 7. Looks like these need 5 vertical height to line up correctly. By 7. I think we end up with assemblers in a line. I think that's the best configuration for that. Hey, Kimmy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So it's going to be a 4x7. And it's going to be down here. These are all in the ground. Yeah, and this comes up a little bit. So yes, this is perfect. One more minute. Go. Clean all this up now. We've got our building, we've got everything landmarked, so we will get rid of the mock-ups. And it does look like we're going to change where that's coming out, probably closer to one of the pillars. So this will be 7 high for the manufacturers. A bit awkward to try to work that angle out, so we're just going to clear those out. Make it easier to landmark the next one. I remember this factory being so much bigger than this. So much more complicated than this. Yeah, here we are. So, grab our manufacturers. We're gonna center that there. I think that's actually where we want that. 3. Messed that up. Yep, that's still centered. I do prefer to skip inner inputs when we only have 3 inputs required on these. Okay, and these should all be Mark 1, yes. Do our assemblers. Something's wrong there. There it is. Okay. 7.5. We need to make 20 per minute, I believe. We'll go down here and check. $10.20. We'll underclock that down to 5 per minute. And these are all Mark 1 conveyors. Oh, you know what? I'll do these in halves. Consistent direction. It'll bug me if it's not. There we go. So you will come in there. Same deal here. Half foundation. There we go. Let's do our architecture. Add our concrete pillars.